Well, welcome and thanks for staying with us right here on Morning at NTV. I have Julius Wejuli from Airtel Uganda, and we're going to be talking about fraudsters when it comes to mobile money. Fraudsters are always looking for ways of making quick money. They present in different ways. Today in studio we have Julius Wejuli from Airtel Uganda to talk to us about how we can avoid falling victims of these fraudsters. Julius Wejuli is from Airtel Uganda. Thank you and many thanks for staying with us.
Thank you for hosting me, and
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here this morning.
All right. How do we protect ourselves against fraudsters?
Firstly, customers are advised to avoid sharing their personal identification details, primarily the PIN, also your date of birth, your details that can allow fraudsters to attempt to reset your PIN. The very same way you avoid sharing your ATM number or your house keys, you should not share your PIN and date of birth and other information that can allow fraudsters to reset your PIN. That's the primary way customers can protect their accounts, and particularly with Airtel Money.
How do you tell that you're dealing with a fraudster?
Fraudsters have learned to evolve with the times, just like in many other industries. And in particular, with regard to mobile financial services, fraudsters will present in different ways. They will send fake pop-up messages asking you to input personal details, including date of birth or your place of current location. And then they will later on try to use this information to reset your PIN in a fraudulent manner. Otherwise, they will also make prank calls, calling you in a panic mode, in emergency situations. I got an accident on Masaka Road, can you help me?
But you don't know this person.
You do not know this person. So customers, Airtel Money customers must be vigilant and triple check, double check whenever they receive emergency or panic calls. The more advanced fraudsters will include sending you fake transaction messages.
Like you've won something?
You've won something, you have received 900,000 shillings in error.
I've gotten those.
You've gotten those.
But then the message will show that you have 900,000 on your mobile money, but when you check on the actual account, there isn't a single coin. So if you don't go and check and then you call this guy back, he'll be like, okay, to give you this 900,000, you need to send me 200,000.
Now you're a vigilant customer. That is the behavior we want to encourage in all Airtel customers. When you receive a transaction that you're not expecting, a transaction that looks suspicious, go to your account balance and check. Make sure that this money is actually in your account. When someone sends you a message, is it from Airtel Money or is it sent from a normal number? This is the kind of behavior that should be reinforced and practiced day to day. Other fraudsters will make calls and tell you we are from such and such an organization and attempt to extract information from you. Please, when in doubt, opt to walk to an Airtel center. It is much safer. You can call the Airtel call center on 100. Be vigilant and skeptical when it comes to suspicious messaging and calls.
Sometimes they use applications to generate OTPs. What are those?
So an OTP is a one-time password. And as the financial services migrate to digital platforms, one-time passwords are used to verify the authenticity of transactions. Is it Julius Wejuli making a transaction, or is it John Doe making a transaction? And these passwords go to your mobile phone. So the question is, what happens when you receive this OTP? Again, this OTP is for a particular transaction, and you should not share it with a fraudster who might try to call you afterwards and seek that password. Airtel employees will not call you to ask you for your PIN via the phone. They will not ask you for your PIN via the email. They will not ask you for your PIN in suspicious surroundings. You may encounter a request for an OTP in a formal and a well-branded Airtel outlet. Yes.
How many of these cases do you receive on a daily or weekly basis? Are they rife, especially now during the just concluded COVID-19 lockdown where many of our transactions went digital? Would you say that you saw so many of these fraud transactions taking center stage, or people actually wanting to defraud others?
I would not say they are rife. What I would say is in this COVID pandemic, the little money and livelihood of everyone is at stake. And we need to ensure that the little we have earned and gathered is not eroded by fraudsters. So we have to be more vigilant because fraudsters themselves are unfortunately looking for more creative ways to survive. So we need to up our guard and make sure that no fraudster takes away any Ugandans' hard-earned livelihood.
Because I'm here wondering, how do they even get my number to target me? We are getting information that some of these fraudsters collude with some of the officials within these telecom companies. The telecom company officials will give the information, your information, to sell it to some of these fraudsters. That's how they know Romy Bisiku is interested in this, so they send you that fraud messages and then they target you. Have you had such instances? Have you nabbed any of your officials who are colluding with these fraudsters, selling information of the customers?
I will say that is not true. What I would say again and emphasize is we have to be mindful of where we leave our personal information. When you go to the photocopier and you make a photocopy of your ID, do you leave your number? When you go to an Airtel Money agent, do you make your transaction in a vigilant and an alert manner? Or are you carefree and make this transaction with lots of strangers passing by?
So meaning if I'm at the Airtel point, the shop, I should wait until other customers vacate?
No,
and then
that's not what I'm saying.
Yes.
What I'm saying is share your number, share the secret code that has come to your phone number with the agent. Do not share your PIN. Do not use your PIN in a manner that can be obtained by others.
Indeed.
The same behavior you have at an ATM location. You do not perform an ATM transaction with someone looking over your shoulder.
I see.
So you have to be vigilant and alert, because today the number of places persons can receive and gather your personal information is immense. As I can wake up tomorrow and dial all numbers starting from 100 to 10,000, and I will reach a number of customers. So these fraudsters are intelligent, but we want our customers to be one step ahead of these fraudsters. Yes.
All right. How many of these cases have you processed?
I will say it's quite not possible to quantify them precisely because the number of cases we receive at Airtel, we do recognize that there will be other cases with other telecom providers and other financial service providers. There will be cases of customers that face them with banks and customers who do not report at all. So I think the legal authorities and police would be able to advise on how many cases they get reported with regard to this kind of fraud.
Well, fraudsters aside, we also do know that out of the 30 million active mobile money subscribers, only actually 20 million are active. What is to be done to ramp up and ensure that more people subscribe to mobile money?
Airtel continues to provide a large distribution network. Airtel continues to provide customers with very many touch points. You can register and reactivate your Airtel Money account in any district of Uganda. We also have the option for customers to reach us on social media, via email and digitally. From time to time, you will see radio, you will listen to radio ads or TV adverts, and they provide customers with the wealth of information on how they can activate their accounts. The most efficient way is walk to the nearby Airtel branded outlet you see. They will give you guidance on how to reactivate your account, but be safe and vigilant. Do not share your personal PIN with them, but you will also ask. You can also seek guidance from the Airtel agent who can direct you to the nearest service center. Yes.
Indeed. As individuals, we also play a huge role when it comes to the safety of our funds. Any last remarks as we come to the end of this session?
As individuals, the primary responsibility is to avoid sharing your PIN, avoid sharing your personal information with anyone that you may be suspicious about. The only numbers that Airtel will reach you on are 0200 100 100. That is in the case of promotions, and also 100. 100 is the call center number, the number you can call to report fraud, and it's also the number that may be used to contact you to get further information. So be vigilant. Do not share your details. Only one number will call you in case of promotion: 0200 100 100, and 100 in case of call center actions.
Of course, Julius Wejuli, before I let you go, digital transactions have been the new normal, especially during this coronavirus pandemic. But what does the new future of mobile money look like moving forward? Do you expect more people to embrace digital transactions?
The future is exciting. We see a number of players joining the market, and there's only one reason they would join. The future is exciting. Airtel Money is ready to provide an even wider and wealth of services to our customers, and we're looking forward to a new journey post this pandemic.
Julius Wejuli from Airtel, thank you very much for having made the time to speak to us and acquainting my viewers about how they can protect themselves from these fraudsters. If you get that unsuspecting a message from someone you do not know, do not respond. If it's about an emergency and someone saying they are in trouble, do not respond if you do not know that individual. Julius Wejuli, thank you for coming through.
Thank you very much.
Of course. Yes, my name is Rome Busiku. Let's take a breather. We'll return shortly with another conversation talking to Wubolo MP on how he became a Rastafarian. That is John Musile, MP Wubolo is. I told you, entertainment and information sharing is our very greatest trait. We'll be